15 years, the Springdale Public School Education Foundation has promoted high-quality education in Springdale schools by providing educational resources and community support.
Good morning and welcome to the 4th annual Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation Duck Race. We are broadcasting from beautiful downtown Springdale at the Walter Turnbow Park. My name is Whitney Yoder, and I am one of your co-hosts for this morning. I am from Cox Communications. Nesri?
Hi, I'm Nesri Narl, and I'm so excited to be your co-host today. This year, as a 7th grader at J.O. Kelly Middle School, I'm part of the East program, and I'm also on the volleyball team. I'm Chuukese, and my family's from Tuk in Micronesia. And just like the Foundation's duck race, I've been part of the Springdale school system for 4 years.
Oh, perfect. I'm so glad to have you as my co-host today. So you're also, though, part of the J.O. Kelly East live stream classroom, who is all here today with us. You've got a team of students and Miss Abigail Farrell, who is running the production for us. So thank you all for being here.
Whitney, I wonder how they catch all those ducks at the finish line.
You know, I have no idea. I don't even hardly know what a duck race is. This is my first one, but I know someone who can tell us more. Jeffro, why don't you come over here and talk to us about the duck race?
My name is Jeffro Brown. I own a business here on Emma Avenue in downtown. I've got the Odd Soul, which is a little pizza parlor. I went through the Springdale Public School system myself. I graduated in 2000, back when we only had one high school. My family has lived here for years and generations. My grandfather managed the hardware store right across from my restaurant. There's the famous hardware. This net was bought there, along with all my other fishing equipment, which means it's kind of outdated because they went out of business in the 50s. But the net still works, which is good because today we've got 1,000 ducks to pull out of the water. The only time I've really lived away from Springdale, I lived in the United Kingdom. I lived in Scotland, in the city of Edinburgh, which is the capital. And in one part of their city, they've got a small stream kind of like we do. And they had a duck race every year just as kind of a fundraiser for the area. And when I moved home, I thought, you know, we're the only downtown in Northwest Arkansas that has such a prominent water feature. We really ought to capitalize on that. I think we ought to have a duck race too. And I kept mentioning it and bringing it up when I go to meetings, and everyone thought I was crazy. Until somebody at the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation heard me talk about it, and they said, you know what? We can run with that. That's just a kooky enough idea. We can make that work. And that's where we started 4 years ago. We had 40 ducks in the first race, and we've got, I think, over 1,000 today. So things have been going our way.
Awesome. Jeffro, thank you for your passion and your inspiration. Thank you for getting in to announce the winner of the duck race and catch all the ducks at the end. So we appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you, Jeff. Now it's time to start our countdown for the duck drop.
Oh, okay. We might need some help from some of your teammates, Nesri. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they're off. Woo! Oh, look at those ducks go.
I can't wait to see if J.O. Kelly's duck win. Whitney, what exactly is Springdale Public School Education Foundation?
Oh, I am so glad you asked. We have a very special guest here to tell us more about the Education Foundation. Chris, why don't you also tell us about what's going to happen for these winning ducks?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Chris Steckline. I'm the Executive Director of the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation. And today's duck race is a fundraiser that helps us support classroom grants across the district. So we've got 1,500 ducks in the water today. Those ducks were purchased by our sponsors that you see behind us. The first 5 ducks that cross the finish line down there, that school or that classroom each receives a $1,000 grant from the foundation. So this has become one of our largest fundraisers. We hope to grow it over the years. Our goal already next year is 4,000 ducks. And so with everybody's support, we'll hit that goal.
You know, Stephen Covey once said, if you want to change the world, you change the life of a child. Nothing changes a child's life more than education. And once you change a child's life, you change their family's trajectory forever. This is the key element that brings all people, it levels the playing field for all kids, is education. The Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization. Essentially, we have two pieces of business that we do. The first is that we've raised an endowment of about $1.6 million. That endowment funds our scholarship program. The second half of the business is we fundraise every year to have a bucket of money so any district employee can apply for a grant as long as it serves kids in the district. We fund those projects that fit in the gray area. It's that, I like to call them, it's that really cool project that you've always wanted to do that there's never been money to do. And so, over that time we funded 187 grants for $575,000 total. And it could be something as simple as a classroom set of ukuleles, or it could be something as complicated as levelized reading books that teach specific reading skills. Of all of the grants that we've funded, we have at least one grant in every school building in the district. The district does a great job at educating kids. The district was not set up to fund all of the wraparound programs and support programs that kids need to be successful. And we have kids that come from a variety of backgrounds and experiences. There have to be additional services. So we work hand in glove with the district to identify the projects that they need to do, that they don't have those funds available in their regular budget. And our mission is to go out and raise that kind of money. It's really about providing experiences. Every individual is the lump sum total of all of their life experience. And so for me, what gets me out of bed every day is knowing that through our work with the Education Foundation, that we're providing kids with experiences they wouldn't normally ever have an opportunity to have.
Chris, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the passion that you have. It is so cool to be part of the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation and really understand and know the kind of work that they do for the classrooms.
Yeah, it's amazing to think that every school in Springdale has been awarded a fund, a grant in the past. Whitney, did you know that Springdale school system includes 31 schools?
31 schools. I did not know that, Nesri. That's a great stat. I did know that the Springdale Public School District is the largest district in the state of Arkansas. And again, it's just great to know and see that community partners, everyone really wraps themselves around as part of the Education Foundation to make sure that students like you have the opportunities that they need. Speaking of that, I am proud to be part of Cox Communications, and we are a title sponsor of this year's duck race, and we're very proud to be a title sponsor. Hi, I'm Whitney Yoder with Cox Communications.
And I'm Nesser Naur from J.L. Kelly Middle School.
Cox has been a proud part of the Springdale community for over 20 years, and we're so proud to sponsor this year's duck race, benefiting the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation.
Thank you, Whitney and Cox Communication, for being a title sponsor this year.
Absolutely. And of course, it's not Cox alone. We've got a lot of sponsors on this board, and the other title sponsor of this year's duck race is Cargill.
Change. It's the constant, ever-shifting variable every business must contend with. For Cargill Protein, change is an invitation to innovate new products, experiment with new flavors, find new insights, and create new value. To protect what matters, to work smarter and maximize value, to sift through complexity to find new opportunities. Change requires a steadfast purpose. At Cargill Protein, our purpose has never been more clear. It inspires us to fuel the lives of our consumers, to serve in our communities, and to deliver superior value for our customers. Backed with an extensive North American network and a full house of capabilities designed to drive greater value, purpose pushes us to never settle for the status quo, to always strive to create a better future. That's Cargill Protein. That's protein with purpose.
Cargill and the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation have similar purposes.
Yes, both fuel and serve our community. The foundation provides our schools with the funds they need to change and innovation, for change and innovation.
Awesome. Yes, just like Chris said earlier. And of course, we have lots of teachers and classrooms in the district that have benefited from the grants through the Education Foundation. One is Mr. Josh Worthy from Sonora Elementary School, and he's received several grants from the Education Foundation.
Let's see what Mr. Worthy has for us.
Hi, this is Josh Worthy from Sonora Elementary, and I just want to send a big thank you and shout out to the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation. They have supported us over the years on so many different projects. Some projects that included items like this 3D printer, this weather camera, and weather station, and a whole bunch of Legos, and things like this drone. And this 3D printer. And the Sonora Elementary Mobile Library. Without this support, we wouldn't be able to be the successful program that we are today. And we just thank you for supporting our students, our teachers, and our communities. Thank you so much.
I love seeing teachers and students at work in the classroom, and it's really cool to see how these grants really make a difference in the classroom. And that Mr. Worthy, he's a quack up.
A quack up? Right, he must be a funny guy. I mean, I bet Sonora students love him.
Yeah. Nesri, we should check back in on the race. Look at those ducks going. Do you have a favorite out there?
Probably the first one.
Yeah. I have never seen Spring Creek flowing so much before.
I think the Springdale Fire Department has something to do with it.
Ah.
Well, I'm firefighter Jake Schneiderwin here at Station 5, Springdale Fire Department.
Firefighter Jordan White, I'm the EMT on Medic 5 today.
There's a lot of things that the Springdale Fire Department has been doing, and one of the main things that we're trying to do is both limit our exposure to the COVID virus, but also make sure that we're not passing on the virus to both ourselves and people in the public. So another thing we've been doing is on all of our calls that we go on, we've really upped our PPE, which stands for personal protective equipment. When we know if it's going to be a COVID call, we up the protection even a little bit more, and we make sure that we decontaminate everything after the call. Even though the virus is affecting all of us in such a profound way, your 911 coverage and your emergency responders, you're still getting the same amount of protection from us as you ever have been.
What is the Springdale Fire Department's role in the duck race?
So in this year's duck race, we are going to be the water velocity engineers, and we just made that up.
Talk to us a little bit about educating the community during COVID.
Sure. So traditionally every year we partner with the community to try to teach them fire safety. One of the best ways to protect people from fire is not just to respond and put fires out, but to try to teach people how to not have fires to begin with, or if there is a fire, what to do to try to get out safely. Because we can't get together with people this year, that makes it a lot harder. So every year in October, the second week of October is Fire Safety Week, and that's a national campaign, and we normally go into all the elementary schools and we teach them about fire safety in the home. So we're going to continue that this year, but it's going to be a virtual event. So there's going to be online videos, there's going to be games, puzzles, and activities for kindergarten through 5th grade. This year we're going to focus on fire safety in the kitchen, and what we found is that everybody's been home a lot, and so there have been a little bit more kitchen fires than usual, and so we're going to teach people about a few things they can do to be safe in their kitchens at home.
Exhilarating race that we've got going on.
Yeah, the ducks are literally bill to bill. So we want to thank the Springdale Fire Department for making this a success. I mean, without them, how would the ducks go?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, along with the Springdale Fire Department, we still have more sponsors. So Teslar Software is thrilled to be a sponsor for the 4th annual duck race.
Tesla Software is thrilled to be a sponsor for the 4th annual duck race. They are a proud Springdale-based financial technology company that loves the community they work and live in. It is their honor to support schools throughout Springdale in higher level education to kids in our community. They hope that one of you will become the next generation of software engineers at Tesla Software someday. Good luck to all this year's competitors.
Okay. Nesri, why don't ducks make plans?
I don't know, Whitney. Why don't ducks make plans?
Well, because they like to wing it.
Oh my gosh. I have one up my sleeve.
Okay, ready?
What do you call a duck who loves fireworks?
A duck who loves fireworks. I don't know, Nesri. What do you call a duck who loves fireworks?
A firecracker.
End of the race here. I want to also thank Sam's for being a premier sponsor.
Sam's Club is very passionate about giving back to our local communities in which we are here. We all thrive and work together.
Why do you think Sam's Club donation to the foundation is important?
Yeah, we seek to create value in the communities that we live and operate in, and supporting local funds that are going to help make a big impact in the community is something we thrive on.
Why is it important to support the Springdale Public Schools?
The Springdale Public Schools is really important to us here at Sam's Club. We live in this community, our members are really passionate about it, as well as our associates, and whatever we can do to give back to make a big impact is definitely something we're proud of.
How is Sam's Club keeping our community safe during these unprecedented times?
Sam's Club is very innovative, and that's something we're also really proud of. We're coming up with ways that is going to make the shopping experience contactless. Sam's Club Springdale is really proud to be a part of this event. We know how teachers need some extra money to create those innovative classroom experiences to really change the way we're teaching and educate our youth and just create a better world for everyone to live in. So we're proud to be a part of this.
And last but not least, we've got Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They're also a premier sponsor for this year's duck race. So thank you again to all of our title and premier sponsors.
For more than 70 years, Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been helping improve the health, financial security, and peace of mind of the people of Arkansas. We've had the privilege to serve Arkansans of all ages for generations. That's a trust we take to heart. Like always, but like never before, we are committed to protecting you, your family, your friends, and neighbors, investing in your health by ensuring you have access to the right care at the right time in the right place, close to home, is our daily job. As a not-for-profit mutual insurance company, we invest in your communities also. Through our company and our Blue and You Foundation, we have provided funding for hundreds of health and wellness programs in all 75 Arkansas counties. We're your neighbors. Our employees are active citizens and volunteers serving statewide. And during this pandemic, we are providing needed food to local pantries, personal protection equipment to local caregivers and authorities, and even cleaning supplies to public facilities to help ensure those who are especially vulnerable are getting the support they need. Arkansas Blue Cross began as a grassroots organization formed by Arkansans to serve Arkansans. Thank you for your commitment to community. Thank you for your trust for 7 decades. Taking care of Arkansans is our mission. It's our passion. We hope you and your loved ones are safe and healthy. Take care.
Yes, I mean, these people, our teachers spend their own money and make our learning experience amazing. And I'm so thankful to the foundation for making their lives and our lives easier, for giving us the money we need and giving us the best learning experience.
Absolutely. And the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation is just really special and supportive of all of our teachers and schools here. You know, last year, Dr. Smith was able to talk to one of the teachers, and so hopefully we'll be able to see that interview and also maybe hear from Dr. Cleveland.
Hello, Well, Mr. Lalone, thank you for joining us today. You're a math teacher at HAR-BER High School, and you've got some exciting things to share with us today.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for having me.
So you have received 3 of the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation grants. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yes. So it's been a kind of an ongoing project. It started with just trying to get paper cutters to teach the CNC fabrication in my geometry classes, and it kind of grew into developing a makerspace here at the school.
So I see you're in your room. Do you mind sharing some of the stuff that you've purchased with the grant with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So over here we have 2 3D printers. We actually have one of our 4 Cricut Maker machines, an example of one of our cameras, and one of the audio recording soundboards. Resin 3D printers.
Does it impact student learning?
Well, it gives us kind of a real grounded sense of what we're doing. I teach geometry on a day-to-day basis. And so especially when we get into 3D models and figures and finding out surface areas and shapes, rather than talking about it in an abstract sense, we can actually build the things that we're talking about, and all sorts of applications that we use or that go beyond just understanding the basic maths of it, but how does it actually apply in a real world setting?
So as a recipient of this grant, tell me how you feel like the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation has really impacted what you've done.
Oh, the impact's been fantastic. We've been able to get all sorts of equipment. The kids have been really excited about being able to use all of this stuff that we have, and it's definitely been a lot more engagement in the classroom.
Well, we appreciate you allowing us to come into your classroom and sharing with us. We know that the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation really is designed to give educators, a boost in providing support for them and for opening up learning opportunities for students. And we also know it's for teachers that want to be really creative in what they do. It sounds like that's exactly what you've done. And do you have anything you'd like to say to anybody else that might be interested in applying for one of these grants?
Honestly, what I would say is if they're thinking about it, just go for it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jared Cleveland, Superintendent of Springdale Public Schools. Today I have the great privilege to share with you about the importance of the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation. The mission at the Springdale Public Schools Education Foundation is to promote the highest quality of education in the Springdale Public Schools by supporting the teaching process, providing additional educational resources, and engaging in broad base of community support. One way the foundation accomplishes the mission is by attracting private and philanthropic funds in order to expand educational programs that fall outside the Springdale Public Schools' normal operating budget. The Education Foundation grants are designed to provide funding for projects that increase learning opportunities for students and reward the creative initiative of teachers. These grants are funded by generous contributions of the Springdale Public Schools employees who elect to support the foundation via a district payroll deduction, donations from private individuals, and contributions from corporate partners. We're thankful for the support of the Education Foundation. Thank you, and good luck to our schools. We're excited to see who will win that duck race.
Well, the duck race would not be a success without, of course, its supporting sponsors.
board. So many people in the community have really made this happen. And I know that it looks like they're wrapping up the duck race down there at the finish line right now.
Yep, I think they have their first ducks. Let's see.
Jeffro's down there wading in the water, catching some ducks. Oh, these lovely guys from the Springdale Fire Department have helped us make that creek flow.
Yes. We are so excited to announce the winners. All right, let's get started.
We are so excited. Archer won.
All right. J.L. Kelly. Yes.
Central Junior High.
George Junior High.
And Knapp Elementary.
That's amazing. Thank you all for joining us for our 4th annual duck race.